You may be listening on 95.3 FM HD4. We are also, well, we're doing our best to live stream here on Facebook. Let me see what it's doing here. Okay, I think we're there. I think we're there on Facebook now. Thanks for joining us there. And YouTube as well. Hello, YouTube. We're so glad that you're joining us on YouTube as well. TuneIn Radio. TuneIn Radio is an app you can download and hear Nooga Radio anywhere around the world. Shoutcast as well. Again, this is Nooga Radio, the Cindy's Choice Show, and I am Cindy. And it's my choice, Cindy's choice, to make a positive impact in our community. And it's Cindy's choice to be brave and make a difference. And I have a great guest on with me today to do that, to help me be brave and make a difference and help other women be brave and make a difference. I love it. Dr. David Banks, a certified professional coach here in Chattanooga, has joined me today. Hello, Mr. Dr. Banks. How are you?
I'm doing well, Cindy. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you for joining me. I know you're in demand here lately. I see you making the rounds. I know that I'm on the council board for Ottawa. You're going to be speaking with us next week, I believe.
That's right.
And you've been speaking to some of the other council boards and so forth. So I'm looking forward to hearing you talk about leadership.
Exactly.
At that point. But today we're going to talk about some different issues.
That's right. That's right.
But first, we got to brag on our sponsor. And that sponsor being Chicken Salad Chick, of course. Everybody that listens to my show knows that Cindy's choice is Chicken Salad Chick for incredible incredible catering options. 12 different recipes of chicken salad chick.
Wow.
You've had chicken salad chick, haven't you?
I spoke at a leadership, and chicken salad was they catered. And
yes.
Great job.
It's awesome. It's a simple catering option that there's something for everyone. And I love that if they're not a chicken salad fan, there's sandwiches, there's salads, there's all kinds of things. Even bacon. you can get a BLT with chicken salad, or you can get a BLT with pimento cheese. 3 locations here in Chattanooga, downtown location with convenient curbside pickup. Got the Gun Barrel location over near Target, and now the new location at Erlanger that's being very well received. Just check out Chicken Salad Chick, Chattanooga.com, Chicken Salad Chick, Chattanooga.com. Now, I want to jump in with Dr. Banks. First of all, Dr. Banks, tell me a little bit about you. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Covington, Georgia. That's east of Atlanta.
Okay.
And I moved to the area in 1990.
Oh, wow. So you're like me. You're Chattanooga by choice.
That's right. That's right.
What brought you here?
I went to school to Bryan College, awesome. 86 through 90. Met my bride there, and we got married, and we just thought Chattanooga was a great place to get landed and start a family.
Right. Awesome. And I introduced you as a certified professional coach, but you're also a book author.
Yes.
And there's many other titles that you wear. So just tell us a little bit, an overview of the things you do.
Well, one thing, Cindy, I have a lot of titles, but I always tell people my purpose. My purpose is really empowering people to succeed in their personal and professional life. So all the titles that I have, it really comes back to, I'm all about empowering people to really succeed in their lives. I have 2 books. I have a marriage book called Draw Me Close. Mm-hmm. Did a collaboration on a leadership book that was, we launched that last September.
Awesome. And again, I'm really looking forward to hearing more about that. I know you have a great reputation here in the town, and that you're very, very much in demand right now. So I'm glad that I was able to get a hold of you and that you were able to find some time to join me here today. But I'm very interested in something new that you're working on.
Exactly.
Because I'm a single lady, and part of my passion and purpose is empowering women. And I've been part of my Be Brave and Make a Difference is you're not going to make a difference if you're not brave.
That's right.
Because nothing holds up without courage.
Exactly.
Your integrity doesn't hold up without courage. Your faith doesn't hold up without courage. And none of your virtues will hold up without courage. So you got to throw that Be Brave in there.
Very much so.
Exactly.
Very much so.
And I love some of the topics you've been covering as you're focusing on single women now.
Exactly.
And as you know, that's my story. So of course, that's like a major passion and purpose. There's no way I want to waste anything that I've ever been through. And I've shared with you and I share with my listeners a lot of my story. I started out with a very dysfunctional upbringing. It led me into some bad cycles, actually culminated into me being homeless on the streets of Chattanooga. And that though I tell people I didn't go there on purpose, Dr. Banks, there was great purpose in it because it truly helped me to go toe to toe with those deepest rooted fears. And now I'm unstoppable.
Excellent.
I'm truly empowered.
That is wonderful, Cindy.
So I love to spotlight people like you. Like you said, I'm a portal. I can get that attention. I can't help you directly. My story will help you, but it takes a whole lot more than a story.
That's right.
The stories help us get aware and give us hope. But I don't want to be sharing my story if I don't have great people to hand them off to with further instructions. So I love spotlighting the kinds of, I love using my platform to spotlight your platform.
I appreciate that very much so.
So tell us about what you're discovering about single women, Dr. Banks.
Well, one of my titles, I am the coordinator of career development for the city. So I do various types of leadership training, career readiness. So I've had several ladies come to me and said, Dr. Banks, things are not going well. You know, I'm not able to find employment. I'm really not able to succeed. So I decided to do some research. I've been a counselor for a number of years, had several single women as clients, and was just really trying to figure out what's happening. So I did a little research, asked some questions, really wanting to find out what's going on in a single woman's life. And this is what I came back with from doing that.
That thought right there just overwhelmed me. What's going on in a single woman's life? But continue.
So one thing that we found is we asked some questions. We really asked the first, what is the biggest problem that they are facing as a single woman? Next question, what do they feel like they need as a single woman? And then thirdly, what is one lesson they could give to their inner self? Based upon those questions, and we did just a small survey across the country and had single women to really answer those questions. And Cindy, what we got back was amazing. One of the biggest things that we realized with ladies over 30, a lot of them were living in regret.
Oh, no.
Based on past decisions that they've had in their relationship, their identity, as well as their finances. So that was amazing.
Because that's keeping you focused backwards.
Exactly. Because
instead of forwards,
as we talked to them, they thought, you know, the biggest thing that I could tell my younger self is this is what not to do. So they're living in this whole focus of I'm just really living through my past.
Yes.
That other question, what do they need? Well, we realize a lot of people, a lot of the ladies, single ladies, they have realized and defined themselves based on what they've gone through. And because of that, they haven't taken any risk. And they are just kind of stuck in this moment of, I'm just really grieving and regretting about my life. And when I heard that, Cindy, I said, that's not how to live successfully.
No, and it's wasting the rest of the life that you have.
You wake up, you're still breathing, but you're still stuck with thinking, you know, I'm 40, but wow, when I was 20, I made some bad decisions, and you're still allowing yourself to live in that.
When there's still so much you can do, because I'm older than 40 and there's a lot that, and I've had numerous restarts, but I'm so thankful because I totally relate to what these women, I've been through my cycles, but I'm so thankful that I've always understood not to regret.
Exactly.
I've always been a bit of a Pollyanna, very strong faith, always looking forward, always hopeful and eager and excited about what the future can bring.
Excellent.
So thankful for that, because in the times when I was maybe tempted to regret or stuck in kind of what you mentioned about in what other people are thinking, or stuck in the limitations of what your circumstances have been or what your experiences to that point have been. Mm-hmm. There's quite an effort, quite a process.
That's very good.
And just understanding that you can turn that around is one thing, but really stepping through the process and doing that, there needs to be support systems.
Very much so. And I think definitely, like your wonderful name of your show, understand how to make better choices now. As you look back and realize I didn't make the best choice, but learning how to really recover from those, because you still have to live.
Yes.
I think so many of what we've seen with these ladies, they've stopped living and start existing.
And that regret is just going to get magnified.
Very much
and
so.
10 years down the road, it's going to be worse.
It
and they're
is.
going to end up in a deep state of depression and all kinds of issues. They're more vulnerable to chemical addictions, and all kinds of things can stem from that. Where one thing I'm really, really thankful that I heard, I don't remember exactly where I heard it. But when it was first told to me that, whatever you're doing today, right now in this minute, reflects where you're going to be 10 years from now.
That's right.
So if you're focused on negative, if you're focusing on what you wish had been, then 10 years from now, that's only going to be worse.
Exactly.
And if you're focusing on where you can go, what you can do. And I need to share this because what's been key for me is when you have single women, it's you need to do this for yourself. But when you don't realize the example and the impact you have on others, and especially if you're a mother. And that's a lot what has motivated me in setting a different example for them, that maybe I messed up. But if I show them how I can turn my mess ups around, how powerful will that be in their lives?
That's
but
great.
Then you don't realize how many other lives you're affecting as well.
Very much so.
And when you're aware that it's not just about you.
That's right.
That's a key part of it. So you found that a lot of women are regretting, and then they're kind of, stuck in this, basing their self-esteem on kind of what's happened to them at that point.
Exactly.
So there were some other findings that you had as well. It seems like there were 3 key. What was
like you said, the first one was just really living in regret. The other one is just really not knowing who they really are, because they've based their identity based on where they've come from.
Yes. Risk. That was the thing that really got my attention about what you're talking about, is one of the regrets that they had. That's what I was thinking, are the regrets. One of their regrets is not taking more risks.
Exactly.
And that's understandable, because that's what that reflects back to what I was talking about being brave. You've got to be brave to take risks, and you have to take risks to move forward.
Yes.
Or you are going to, if you play it safe and stay in your comfort zone, you're going to stay right where you're at.
Very much so. So from doing that, Cindy, I really want, one thing that I love to do is help people discover their purpose.
Yes.
Because I really want everybody, and especially since we're doing this project for single women, is to help them to understand this vital principle. Your purpose came before you ever had a past. So many women are stuck in their past, but you were created with your purpose. So before you were ever born, you had a purpose.
Exactly.
And helping ladies to go back. Let's understand that, because even though people have gone through their past, their purpose is still intact. I cannot tell you how many ladies I've had the opportunity to walk with them through their past and all of the hurt and guilt and shame, but helping them to dig down through that and discover their purpose is wonderful. It's wonderful.
Wow. And that's something like I want to get into more, because I have a powerful story there in the power of purpose. And it's just like I say, as a single lady, how in the world do you go on the streets and face that? There were ways I could have gotten rescued, but they wouldn't have been healthy ways. It would have led me back in a worse cycle than I'd been in before. But when you're facing that kind of fear, sometimes you make fear-rooted decisions based on those circumstances.
That's right.
But the power in the reason I could do that is because I had found my purpose, and I understood kind of a perspective of, this is all to help get me there. And this is something that's going to grow me and show me something that'll help me do something beyond what I ever imagined I could do. And I am so eager to help women and everyone. I mean, men need empowerment too.
Very much
but
so.
It is different with men and women. There's men and women are different. And you have to approach them in different ways. Approach the issue in different ways. And women are going to identify with me because I faced issues that only women deal with.
That's right.
So that's awesome. And I get really excited when I find other people that get it and are trying to focus and help in there too, because Dr. Banks, I've learned the hard way, being raised the way I was on my own at an early age. I was trying to do way too much by myself because I thought I had to. And collaboration, I talk about it all the time on my show. That's what I like to spotlight. We have a wonderful collaborative community here in Chattanooga.
Yes, yes.
And those collaborations help fewer people do more. When we come together, we can truly make a difference and do so much more together. Excellent. So I'm loving this collaboration of, I know somebody now, I to connect people to. That's so right. I'll be braver in sharing my story because, again, I don't want to be irresponsible and put my story out there. And what's the purpose in my story if you can't lead somebody to the next step, if you can't help them? And hope is great. Stories give hope, but it takes a lot more than hope to change your life, doesn't it?
Very much so.
Awesome. I love that you're focused on this. And so what's another regret? The women had regrets about risk.
I think another one, Cindy, is relationships. They look back.
You just shut me up.
A lot of the ladies look back and realize, I really didn't do a great job picking the right person.
Yeah, I've claimed that before, that my picker's broken.
So they really stood back and just realized, I just really didn't do well.
You didn't have that understanding. But again, doesn't that fall back into self-esteem?
Oh, very much so. Because I tell ladies, men, since we're dealing with ladies here, you don't get what you want. You get what you attract.
Yes.
So a lot of these women had a lot of internal pain, low self-esteem. So they could, yes, I want this awesome, handsome man to love me and take care of me. That's what you wanted. But unfortunately, deep down, that's not what you attracted to you.
Wow. And that's what's tricky about it, because if you've been on your own, you're very confident on the surface and you can make things happen. And people and even yourself as a woman, you don't realize how fragile you are inside because you just have to push that down and keep going.
Exactly.
So it takes kind of coming to terms with that and getting to a breaking point sometimes before that can be addressed.
Because we've been conditioned to think relationships are things that complete us. So a woman growing up and she's thinking, I need somebody to complete me. And that's not how relationships was set up. Relationships was really set up for two whole people to come together to complement.
Yes. Balance, complement. Exactly. Yes.
But that's not how we look.
But you got to get so okay on your own.
I know.
Before you can attract that other healthy person in order to have that.
Exactly.
And I am going to, we're already down to a couple of minutes. Darn it. I'm going to put you on the spot right here. You're going to come back on my show soon.
Yes.
And we're going to continue this conversation. I'm thankful that it is live streamed on YouTube, so that we can just continue from here and we can just tell people to refer back to the first show. But if people want to get a hold of you or want to get your book, give us some information there of how they could get a hold of one of your books.
Well, they can give me a call, 423-508-9642. And both of my books are at Barnes & Noble, or you can go on Amazon as well. Again,
this is Dr. David Banks. And tell me the names of the books.
The marriage book is called Draw Me Close. The leadership book is titled It Starts With Me.
Awesome. I love both of those titles. And it's been an absolute pleasure having Dr. Banks on, certified professional coach, book author here in Chattanooga, and other things as well that we'll talk about on future shows. And I love that we've talked about the power of purpose.
Excellent.
And I want to share Dr. Banks' phone number one more time. It's 423-508-9642. That's 423-508-9642. And as always, if you ever want to get a hold of any of my guests, you can always reach out to me at Cindy@Cindy'sChoice.com. That's Cindy@Cindy'sChoice.com. We have another great guest coming on the second half of the show. Gary Highfield will be joining us, and he is the founder of an incredible foundation. Dr. Banks, you guys know each other.
Yes, we do.
So I'm excited to talk to him, but I'm also excited to have Dr. David Banks back with us again shortly or soon. And again, I want to remind the listeners, you're speaking at the Ottawa Collegedale Council meeting next Wednesday. That meeting starts at 9:15 a.m. at the, I don't know what to call it. It's the Collegedale building where it's their community building.
That's right.
Where the police station and all that is. So that'd be a great time to meet Dr. Banks and check him out live and check out a great chamber council as well. We'll be back.